Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you very much for stopping by. So in today's video, I want to do a little bit of work on these two cars. So it's the Tamiya DF-03 White Impact Limited Edition and the Tamiya DT-02 Sand Viper. So we made both running videos on these cars. I don't know, 3-4 days ago, and both ran really well, especially this one. I got a lot of love for this. I know the DT-02 was quite a sort of a modern day chassis compared to what we normally do, but just such a fun buggy to drive. So anyway, as some of you know who follow this channel, I always end up on the gravel doing the running videos, and it makes such a mess of these cars, but you kind of got to weigh it up. For me, it makes good footage, and more importantly, it allows me to take still pictures from the videos I do, where you can see them sliding around in the dirt, and I quite enjoy doing that. So it's a clean-up job, but I also want to. So I should say the DF-03 was running my new Tamiya RZ 23 turn brush motor. I've always wanted to try one of these motors out. A load of guys use these and I've not heard a bad word about them. It ran great in this, to be honest, but what I want to do, I want to put the RZ motor in this DT-02, because a lot of you guys have asked me to just do quick GPS runs on this motor just to see how it performs. So the idea is take the electrics out of this and then clean it up. Now, I taped the full underneath of this car up, including the arms, with like 3-4 layers of tape, because obviously this thing would scratch so easily. So it's, first of all, fingers crossed that that's worked and it's not got any massive scratches in it. I'm really hoping. And if it hasn't, we'll clean the adhesive off and we'll clean the rest of the car, and then that car's done with. No, it's not, I'm lying. I also believe I fried the rear diff on this, which I was so frustrated with, because I thought I was really careful. When I got the car, a lot of guys told me you got to be careful with DFO rear diffs for like cheese, and I was like, well, okay, no problem. So I'm not going to go brushless or anything stupid with a load of torque. So I just wrongly I assumed a 23 turn brush motor would be fine for it, but I mean, we're going to have to take it out and have a look, but I'm pretty sure it's fried. What we will do when we take it out, if it looks like we can salvage it, we'll take it completely apart, we'll clean it, we'll put the correct ball diff grease on, and we'll turn the plates. I'm going to call them clutch plates, I'm not sure what you call them, the diff plates. We'll turn those around and rebuild it. Whether that'll work or not, I have no idea, but that's what we'll do on this video. And then, fingers crossed, that's that car finished with. So then it's just a case of taking the motor and the Hobbywing 1060 Speedo and fitting it in this car, taking the standard 540 out and the TBLO that's in it. And again, just a quick clean up of this car and basically get it ready to just do some GPS runs on tarmac. So what I want to do with that, once that motor's in, because as I say, I ran this. And also, guys, if you please check out the running videos of these two cars, which should have been posted by now. What I want to do with this is, as I say, just go to my big local flat car park, stick a 7.2 NIM in it, have a quick little bit of a rag around on the tarmac, see what it's like. Because I thought this was okay with a 540, so I want to see what that difference is. And then we'll stick a 2S in. Well, we'll do a GPS run on a 7.2 NIM. And then we'll stick a 2S in, which should make a hell of a difference, not just with the power, but obviously the NIMs are way heavier than the 2Ss. So we'll do a speed run with that, and we'll have a little blast with it, because that's kind of how I would run it. And then finally we'll just stick a 3S on it, just do a GPS run and just see what it can do. That RZ motor kicks out about 27,500 RPM on 7.2 under no load. So it's a good little cheap motor, and I think it's a very blingy motor. I think, especially on a chassis where you can see the motor sticking out, it looks pretty cool. So anyway, that's the plan. So the first job, we'll strip this off now, we'll get the body and wheels off and everything, we'll get the electrics completely out of it, and then we'll start taking that tape off. And if that goes to plan, then we'll have a look at the rear diff. Right, so we got it to that stage, and I just wanted to show you guys that. Look at the inside of that gear cover. Wow. I didn't expect that. I remember looking at it when I fitted the motor, and I actually felt that it had a good fit, but wow, obviously not. That's not good. Now obviously some of that will get onto this spur gear, which is not good at all. Anyway, purpose of this is cleaning it up, but I didn't expect that, I must admit. The car itself just needs a quick clean, but as I say, what we'll do now is we'll just whiz these electrics and motor out, and then we'll have a look at this underneath and see if we've got away with it. Just another quick one. This is a Hobbywing 1060, and this was another speedo that was going into limp mode. From cold, it would probably go about 1 to 2.5 minutes, and then it would go into limp mode at half power, and you have to switch it on and off. But as soon as it's gone it once and it starts to get some heat in it, it just goes quicker every time. So you can get around that by this cap mod that I've done. I'll just try zoom in. So you can buy these if you guys are having problems. If you check out my other videos, I did a standalone video on the part numbers and where you get it from. I've now done 2 of these, and fingers crossed so far it's cured this limp mode problem. So I just thought that might be of interest to you. Right, that's everything out. I've done a quick clean up. Obviously I've got to get into it properly, but now I want to take this tape off. You can see all the dust that's stuck to, all the gravel that's stuck to it on the arms. So I need to whiz this off carefully and then see what we're left with. Fingers crossed. Well, that was a nightmare. So the main thing is I did save the chassis. There's no scratches on it apart from a little scratch that I did put on the bumper myself. But the whole, everything else, including the arms, has been protected. So that worked. But as you can see, I've got big problems with the adhesive. Now it's only normal sticky tape, so there will be a product that I need to get this off. I've used hot soapy water to begin with, and it got the majority of stuff off. But as you see, if you get grubby fingerprints on, it's not as sticky anymore. So I might let it harden a little bit and try again. So it worked, and it did. This will come up pristine again, but by doing it, I've created myself a lot of extra work. Right, that's the rear diff out, and I'm guessing this nasty black line round here is the damage. A little bit on both sides. Don't know if that comes off. So I'll strip these balls out and we'll clean them up. As I say, I'm going to... difficult to see the condition. The plates look to be in good condition, but I guess we're talking minimal damage to make it it's pretty clean. But anyway, we'll reverse them. I've just downloaded the manual for it, so I'm going to take it all apart and build it again. Our little thrust bearing's fallen out, so I'll have to figure out whereabouts that goes. I did notice, if I can get this in camera, that when I took the diff out here, not a lot of dirt, but dirt had got in through this cover. So that's a little bit concerning. I've got a feeling I've seen this on somebody else's video, that they put some, I don't know if it was grease, but something around the edges to seal it. That looks like it's a must. Obviously that's grease, but it's just on the inside. You can see all the dirt there, which is not good. So we'll have to get in and get all that cleaned. So let's get this cleaned up, get some diff grease, and see what it feels like. Right, that's the diff built back up. As I say, it's damaged. It'll need replacing, but it's working again. Obviously you wouldn't use it under power because it'll just go again, but a little bit gutted about that, to be honest, but hey ho. Right guys, that's it built back up, and it's pretty clean as well. I've got to be happy with that. Done the shocks and what have you. As I say, front diff okay, rear diff, I can't show you that, can I, on camera? It's not going to come across at all, is it? So it's working, but as I say, I guess under power we'd have a real problem. So anyway, we're finished with that now. I'll just clean the shell off, stick it back on, and then we'll get cracking on this DT-02. Right, move on to the DT-02. So again, this is going to need a bit of a clean, but obviously this is going back out on tarmac. So this one was running standard 540 in the TBL-02 S Speedo. So it's just a case of whizzing the motor and the speedo out, putting the 1060 in and the new motor. But as I do that, I'll give it a bit of a clean up as well. So let's do that. Right, I'm gonna have to get the shocks off because they're filthy and you can feel it grinding. So that's a quick clean. But as I say, TBL-02 is going to come out. I'll leave a receiver and a servo in. That's the bad boy motor that's going in it. So it's a Tamiya Superstock RZ. As I say, I ran it with the standard 540 and it ran great. I was running it on 2S, which gives it a bit more oomph, but it did run good. So I want to see what difference this makes. So I'm going to keep the same standard pinion. I believe this has got 2 settings for 2 different size pinions, so I'm just going to change it for the pinion it's on. So let's get that done now. So that's the RZ motor in. As I say, it's got 2 pinion settings on there, 17 and an 18. Sorry, 17 and a 19. Anyway, we're running the 17 tooth. As I say, I've run it already. Let me just put a spur on without touching it. I'll put some more grease on this now. But as I say, I ran this with a 540 and it ran great. So let's see the difference with this motor. Right, let's get the cover on. I did notice this cover had let a little bit of dirt in as well. Not nearly as much as that DF-03 though. But saying that, when I just looked at that DF-03 again, now that car's finished, there is a gap in the top. So I slackened the screws off slightly just to see if it made a difference, but it didn't. So that really would want sealing. Whereas this does have a better lip around it. But anyway, it's still got in. So I'll clean it up, we'll get that bolted on, and then we'll get the speedo looked at. Right, that's it all in. Just stuck a little NIM battery in just to test it, make sure all the wire polarities are right. I had the TBL-02 over on this side, but this has got a lot shorter motor wire, so I've had to move a 1060 across to this side. So I'm going to get a couple of tie wraps out and just tidy the wiring up. But if I turn it on, we've got that. So we've got steering. Everything's going in the right direction now. In reverse. Cool. Right, let's get that wiring tidied up, and we're almost. Oh, we've got to whiz the shocks off and clean them yet. Right, that's them 2 done. So obviously it's time for the DF-03 to move on. If I can get hold of another, I certainly will. If it's a standard dark impact, then I would definitely do the diff improvements, ceramic balls, and probably fit a slipper clutch. I'm pretty certain if you do that, I think there's something else that I've forgotten, but if you do that, you can pretty much go brushless with them. But I really enjoyed it. DT-02 I'm absolutely loving, so please stay tuned for the running video, or not the actual running video, but the RZ motor video, and we'll see what that motor can do in this buggy. It's a great buggy. One thing I just want to mention before I go, if you're on Facebook, please check out Tamiya Legends Facebook group. We've got a pretty large group on Facebook, and it's a really active Tamiya group. I'm just putting that out there in case you didn't know and you weren't aware of it. So anyway guys, once again, thank you for watching, it's much appreciated. And if you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing to support us on our weekly videos, that would be awesome. And anyone else, please smash that notification buzzer bell for our weekly videos. And as always guys, happy RCing.